Addison, the governor?
Well, it's been a mammoth demonstration. In my estimation, about 50,000 people showed up. It's an indication of the level of frustration and disenchantment with the economic mismanagement that has gone on. And nobody has typified that mismanagement more than the governor of the Bank of Ghana, whose indiscriminate printing of money for government has led to a catastrophic undermining of the Ghanaian economy. Inflation has risen. Hundreds of thousands of people have been pushed into poverty because of that. And we are all reeling under hardships. Now, we had hoped that Dr. Addison would act honorably and come out to meet the masses who have poured out to vent their spleen on him and take the petition and take a cue from the demands that are being made. But he would not do so. So we have opted to walk to the Bank of Ghana to present the petition in order that he is fully aware that we have come here to remonstrate with him over the mismanagement of the Ghanaian economy.
At a point when you were doing the walk, you stopped over at the new headquarters that is still under construction, and you delivered some speeches there. How significant or how symbolic was it?
It's symbolic because that office building typifies the sort of waste and corruption that has permeated the management of the economy. At a time when Ghanaians are struggling to make ends meet, to afford 1 meal a day, the Bank of Ghana deems it prudent that even at a time when they have suffered a loss of up to 60 billion Ghana cedis, and the bank is virtually bankrupt and are unable to meet some of their regulatory activities, they found it expedient to pump as much as $250 million into the building of a new head office that nobody needs. Indeed, we are walking to the Bank of Ghana head office, which has been here for decades. It is one of the most secure buildings you can come across in Ghana. There's no indication that it is not fit for purpose. $250 million into the building of a new office. So our stopover at that place was symbolic in that building has become a reference point for waste and corruption. Even the procurement processes appear to have been undermined in a manner that violates Ghanaian law. So stopping over at that place was extremely important to the message that we are sending, that we will not stand for this level of impunity and lawlessness and waste.
So what happens after today? You're demanding a resignation of the governor and his two deputies. Now you're going to present the petition. What happens after today?
Well, we hope that they will act honorably and do not compel us to engage in more public manifestations to force them out. I think that people ought to take responsibility for their failings in public office. Ghana is the only country where people fail and get promoted. There's no jurisdiction that is decent, that is self-respecting, that will countenance Dr. Addison's continuous stay in office. The truth is that by virtue of the losses that have been incurred, the catastrophic decline in the value of the cedi, and the level of inflation and interest rates, he himself would have come to the realization that he has failed, and therefore would honorably stand aside for a more competent hand to helm the Bank of Ghana. But he will not do so. And it does not appear that the stakeholders who matter and can voice concern about it to do so. So the minority has taken it upon itself to lead this charge, to first of all draw attention to the mismanagement and then make the demand that Governor Addison leaves office. We hope that he finds reason in our demands. If he does not, other options remain available, and we'll continue to pursue every lawful means to ensure it move out from this.
Which options will you be considering?
Well, as they say, we'll cross the bridge when we get there. But today, we have put on the streets of Ghana tens of thousands of people to express their anger. The next time we call a demonstration, perhaps 1 million people. Maybe that is what will trigger his senses to heed the demands of the people of Ghana. But whatever it is, we have made our point today, and we do hope that he finds reason in the demands we are making and do what is right by the people of Ghana.
Okay, thanks so much. The petition to the governor of the Bank of Ghana. At this point, we do not have the many protesters who poured onto the streets. here with us. They are behind the barricades, and it's the leadership that's going to present the petition. So let's get closer.
The police must arrest the police.
Let's get closer and see. So in your shot right now is the minority leader, Cassel Atuforset. Also Ningo from Pram MP, Sam George, chairman of the NDC, Johnson Esiedu Nketia. Sam George urging the crowd to move. Like I mentioned, the thousands of protesters who poured onto the streets are behind the barricades about 300 meters away from where we are at this point. And it's the leadership that is now walking to go and present the petition to the governor of the Bank of Ghana. They had wanted the governor to come to where the demonstration itself ended, but it looks like, it doesn't look like that's what happened actually. The governor didn't come there, and now the leadership of the demonstration, made up of the leadership of the minority in parliament, NDC minority in parliament, and the party leadership, are now heading to the central bank to present their petition. But even that is going to happen behind barricades. Let's see if they'll be allowed. Wait, let the media go. Let the media go. Okay. So, this is the central bank. So we are now at the central bank. Where the minority in parliament and the NDC leadership open presented a petition. Thank you very much. At this point, we're waiting for the leadership.
If I move, I won't get this in the air. That's why the was
So the delegation is made up of National Communications Officer Sami Jemfi, Chairman of the NDC, Johnson Esiedu Nketia, the minority leader, Cassel Atuforset himself is back, NDC MP Murtala Mohammed is also there. All of you can't hold the camera.
Hold on, please. Can you select 4 or 5 people to hold the microphone? And the rest of you give space for us to engage.
Yes. Let's go back. The presentation of the petition will start very soon.
Let's go back there.
Charlie, go down.
Master, I will not allow you.
And so, yes.
Good evening, sir. The group you see here is an amalgamation of Ghanaians from all walks of life. And we are being led by the minority caucus in Parliament, made up of 137 members of Parliament, and they are here representing their constituents. This group you see here, like I said, is an amalgamation of Ghanaians from all walks of life. We have the Okada Association of Ghana here represented. We have our Kayaye Association in Accra. We have the Fishermen and Fishmongers Association. We have our Concerned Drivers Union, they are here. We have Arise Ghana represented here. We have COPEC Ghana. We have ASEPA. We have the PNC. We have leading members of the CPP. We have leading members of the APC, leading members of GUM, and we have leading members of the Great National Democratic Congress. And as you can see, the National Democratic Congress team is also being led by our national chairman, Honorable Johnson Asiedu Nketia. Today we embarked on a demonstration dubbed OccupyBoG of Ghana. But before we tell you why we are here and present our petition to you and make our demands, we also like to know you so that we know those we are speaking to, because we don't know you. We're expecting to see Mr. Dr. Ernest Addison. Unfortunately, we can't see him here, so we would like to know those of you who are here.
My name is Wing Commander Retired. Let me first welcome you to the presence of Bank of Ghana and also congratulate you over the peaceful demonstration you have had today. Like you indicated, we've heard that you'll be coming to present a petition to the governor.
Please, can we get your name and position again?
Wing Commander Kwame Asaribuati, retired. Director Security, Bank of, I'm retired, and also a council like you, please. So, like I said earlier, we want to congratulate you for the peaceful demonstration that you have conducted today. We were informed that you'll be coming to present the petition to the governor, but the three governors, as we speak, are currently meeting the IMF and in a meeting, and there's nobody there. So the government has asked that I meet you and take the petition on his behalf, and will accordingly respond to the petition. Thank you.
All right, so the minority leader will respond.
Okay. So first, let me say that I feel very disrespected as the leader of the opposition in Parliament, for a simple reason that we demanded to present a petition to the governor of the Central Bank of the Republic of Ghana, otherwise known as the Bank of Ghana. The governor has two deputies, namely Deputy 1 and Deputy 2. Unfortunately, he has decided to disrespect us, and his two deputies has also decided to disrespect us by not being here and to receive our petition. We never said we are going to present our petition to the head of security or someone responsible for security, with all due respect. They have actually mismanaged the affairs of the central bank. They have mismanaged the affairs of monetary policy. Today, Ghana, our beloved country, is on 80 nails. You are not the one responsible, and we will not give you our petition. Let me also say that, in summary, this governor and this Bank of Ghana, led by Governor Addison, has unilaterally printed up to 80 billion Ghana cedis in 2 years without recourse to Parliament. Aside, they have unilaterally written off about 48 billion Ghana cedis being government debt.
The parliamentary approval.
Let me say that all of this was done without parliamentary approval. But let the governor be aware that, in fact, printing of money is like an alcoholism. The good effect, or the perceived good effect, comes immediately, but the hangover comes after the party. Governor Addison printed money to finance the champagne lifestyle of this President Akufo-Addo and Bawumia lifestyle on an Apetition budget. Today, our country is on its nails.
The Bank of Ghana is
bankrupt. We will not accept it. The Central Bank of Ghana today is bankrupt technically. You are insolvent. You have a negative equity of 55.1 billion Ghana cedis and a loss 1 year of 60 billion Ghana cedis. You have again projected to incur additional debt in the year 2023 and counting. We will not allow you going forward to disrespect us and mismanage the affairs of the people of Ghana. Your act, Bank of Ghana, has indeed pushed 850,000 Ghanaians down the poverty line, and we will hold you accountable, particularly the governor. We are demanding his exit. And now that he has decided to disrespect us, we will not present our petition. We will go and come back again. We will come back here again. And we will come back and demand to see him in person. The crowd you've seen is just the beginning. We will come back again. And I assure you, trust me, we will come back again. He should better come in here. If he thinks that the IMF is more important than the Parliament of Ghana, if he thinks that the IMF is more important than the people of Ghana, he's here because of the people of Ghana and not IMF. So let him deal with IMF, but we'll come after him. We will come after him.
Thank you.
Until we see him, we are not stopping. This is just the beginning. A lot more.
So, on that note, we mean no disrespect, but we thank you very much. But we'll be protesting again, and we hope that we will be meeting him. Until we see him, we will not stop occupying the Bank of Ghana. Thank you.
Well, so that's it. The petition was not presented.
Thank you so much.
The petition was not presented. The minority says, in that, let's try and get the minority leader. Okay, let's.
The head of security is saying we won't present the petition. We are coming back again with IMF. We will do another demonstration until you come back.
Let's speak to North Tongue Member of Parliament, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. Mr. Okudzeto Ablakwa, the governor and his two deputies did not come out to meet the minority leadership and the NDC leadership. They said you're in a meeting with the IMF.
It's clearly a reflection of the disdain and the disregard they have for the Ghanaian people. I mean, how can you choose the IMF over the people who have employed you, over your employers, over the people you are supposed to serve? Is the height of disrespect, and is the reason these people must go. It just tells you that they are really a bunch of administrators, leaders who simply don't care. They don't have regard for the people. They have no scruples. They have no dignity, because this is the height of disrespect. And I can assure you that what they have done is not only an affront to Parliament, it gives us further impetus to go after them and to make sure that they are held to account. That is why we have brought in the Office of the Special Prosecutor, because already they have committed very high crimes. They have printed as much as 77 billion Ghana cedis without parliamentary approval, in flagrant violation of Section 30 of Act 981, their own Bank of Ghana Act. And we are going to make sure that they are held to account. How can you print 77 billion illegally and still make losses of about 60.8 billion? So, I mean, you just see, you should see this as who they are. You understand? People who can print money secretly to the tune of 77 billion. You shouldn't be surprised when they show such disrespect to the people's representatives and to civil society organizations who have come to present a petition. They will pay for their disrespect, they will pay for their misrule, they will pay for their misgovernance, they will pay for their corruption, they will pay for the looting, and they will pay for the disdain that they have for the Ghanaian people, I can assure you.
I want more information on this before you go. You talked about a petition to the special prosecutor. Exactly on what matters? Have you presented a petition yet?
Yes, I mean, the Honorable Mahama Ayariga presented a petition
today?
on our behalf yesterday.
Yesterday to the special prosecutor?
Yes, asking that the governor and his two deputies be investigated and they should be prosecuted. Look, serious crimes have been committed. They have violated the Bank of Ghana Act. They have printed as much as 77 billion. I mean, just think about the figure. And nobody knows what they've done with that money. They have not accounted to the people of Ghana what they've done with that money. They should not have engaged in that conduct in the first place. So we are talking about high crimes. And you see, if you look at the history of our country, one of Achampong's cardinal sins, why Achampong was overthrown, was the illegal printing of our currency. I mean, check our history, 1979. He suffered a coup d'etat because of that. And he didn't print anything close to even 2% of what has happened. So this governor and his deputies will have to face the music. There will be Judgment Day, and this is just the beginning of that Judgment Day. Look, go to Nigeria, go to other parts of the world, you'll see that governors are standing trial. There are some governors who have served jail time because of conducts like this. And Governor Addison, the misgovernor, Addison the printer, is not going to be allowed to get away. You can be rest assured.
Okay, thank you for talking to us. You just heard there, Northern Member of Parliament Samuel Okudzeto Ablako. Let's try and get the minority leader. There are also assertions out there. You mentioned that you feel disrespected after you were told that the governor is meeting the team from IMF together with his deputies. I think the whole point of this demonstration is to also protest against what is happening. You talk about hyperinflation, you talk about depreciation of the cedi, you talk about cost of living and all of that. If he's meeting the IMF, is it not for the better of it?
I am the leader of the NDC minority in Parliament. If the NDC minority decides to protest, it should override whatever responsibilities he has. We are not demanding much time. He could have spared us 10 minutes of his time to receive our petition. Unfortunately, he decided not to. But going forward, we will not take this lightly. We are not going to end the campaign against his removal. This has given us an opportunity to come back to the central bank. And don't be surprised to see us back here after today's protest.
The economy is not in the best of shapes. He's meeting the IMF to provide a lifeline to what we think.
I think I've said enough. I've said enough.
So what are we going to see from the NDC? More protests?
Today is just the beginning.
Today is just the beginning. Okay. You didn't get opportunity to present the petition, but can you tell us what was in the petition? Was it a resignation? His resignation? What else?
A lot more than resignation. I will not present the petition because he failed to receive it himself. He sent a security man to come and receive the petition. The issues in the petition has nothing to do with security. If indeed we had wanted to protest about security, there was no way we would have come to the central bank. We would have gone to the National Security or the Ghana Police Service, or maybe the Ministry of Interior. But he thinks that sending a security man to see us is enough. We feel very, very disrespected, and we'll act accordingly.
Okay. Finally, I had a petition has been presented to the special prosecutor to investigate some of these matters you're raising.
The Honorable Mama Yariga has written a letter to the special prosecutor detailing reasons why he believes the central bank governor must be called and be investigated. Let's leave it at that. Okay. And let's wait for the special prosecutor to respond appropriately.
Thank you very much. We've heard from the minority leadership in Parliament. You heard Minority Leader Castella Tufosin. Let's hear from the party leadership. Let's speak to the chairman, Johnson Asiedi Nketia. Mr. Asiedi Nketia, we are live on Joy News on the Pulse. Welcome to the show. The minority leader said he feels disrespected because the governor and his two deputies did not come out to meet him, to present his petition to them. I don't know how you feel personally.
Oh, if my minority leader who works to me feels disrespected, and you are going to ask me whether I feel respected.
No, I'm just asking whether you feel the same way. Like, I'm just asking how you also feel.
No, it's the same thing. I think that the answer is obvious. So you shouldn't be asking me. We all feel very very defective democracy. Democracy is not about voting once a while. It's about participating in governance of the country. So if Nana Akufo-Addo and his appointees feel that once they have been voted for, it takes 4 years for them to do whatever they want, so that nobody can call them to order. Let them proceed. Okay. But we are not handing over our petition to the head of security. It's like somebody wanting to present a petition to Parliament, to the Speaker of Parliament, and the Speaker delegates the Marshal of the head of security of Parliament to come and receive it. Okay. It's the height of disrespect. Okay. And so let him remain here. We are going to regroup. Find another time to bring the petition. We are not handing over that petition to any security head, because the security people there, they have no idea about what type of policies that are being run there. Yeah. So if you give them the document, they will not even know the value. And we want to present it to Addison and call on him to resign. Okay. That is great. Okay. So if they are not receiving it today, let the police get ready. We are coming some other time to still try to occupy the place and then present the petition. We will do it until they receive the petition. Okay. Otherwise, we don't want to come to a point where Parliament will have to boycott Addison. Or Parliament will, by extension...
Would you advise the minority in Parliament to boycott him?
Desperate situations require desperate solutions. If it comes to a point that that is the only way out, it will be done. Because what we are doing today is a national duty to protect our democracy. In other countries where the tolerance level is not that high, they would have resorted to a coup d'etat to remove the president. We are a tolerant and civilized people. We want to use democratic means to solve our problems in a democracy. And you are behaving like a dictator. What do you expect us to do? There's a bottom line to everything. So we are saying that, well, we are taking the petition back. But the bank does not belong to Addison. There were governors who came and left. So surely he will leave. But he will account for every wrongdoing that he has done. He can run, but he cannot hide. So let him prioritize IMF over the people of Ghana. And then he will pay for it one day.
Okay, thank you for talking to us. You just had National Chairman of the NDC, Johnson Asiedi Nketia. Let's speak to Ningo Pram MP, Sam George. Sam George, we're live on the Pulse on the Joy News channel. The minority leader said he felt disrespected because the governor and his two deputies did not come out to take the petition. I've been speaking to the National Chairman, Johnson Asiedi Nketia. He feels the same way also. Dingo Pram MP, how do you feel about that?
I granted you an interview at Obra, and I told you that Ernest Edison is a coward. You remember? I said he was a coward and that he won't show up. so I'm not surprised. But I am disrespected. I am offended that he will send the watchman, the gate man, the security man, to come and receive a petition on monetary policy. He says he's a retired wing commander. For a wing commander, his business is flying planes. I mean, what has a wing commander got to do with monetary policy and inflation rates? But you see, this is a good indication of where we are. He has called for war. He will get it big time. He dare not step in parliament because we will not entertain him in parliament.
I was just asking the national chairman if you would recommend, he talked about a boycott, and I was asking him if he would endorse any boycott in parliament, advise the minority in parliament to boycott it. Is this something you would support?
Well, for me, I would insist the next time any of the deputy governors or the governor appears for the Public Accounts Committee that we also cannot see them. We would ask this, is either they meet the security detail in parliament to hear them before the public accounts, or they should go and then when we are ready, we'll call them. I mean, the governor of the Bank of Ghana works for this country. Do you know how much he takes home as a salary? Every month he takes home over 80,000 Ghana cedis as base salary. Over 80,000 Ghana cedis. That's what Edison takes home every month, minus allowances. How much do you, who have practiced journalism, how much do you earn in a month? The police who have worked with us, how much do they earn in a month? 80,000 base pay every month. He travels business and first class. Spent 97 million Ghana cedis on foreign travels last year alone. And when the people who pay the taxes that funds that lifestyle of his say that we want to give him a letter, he sends the watchman that we pay with our taxes. Yeah, Dana say. We are very grateful. But this shows you how drunk with power President Akufo-Addo, Vice President Bawumia, Ken Ofori-Atta, and the appointees like Ernest Edison are. But you see, ultimate power does not rest with Sam George. It does not rest with Akufo-Addo. It rests with the ordinary Ghanaian who is looking at his pay, what your salary was. And I'm not going to take you back to when John Mahama was president. I'm taking you back to when Nana-Addo won re-election in 2021. How much was your salary? If your salary in 2021 was 3,000 Ghana cedis, your salary was worth $500 in 2021 when Akufo-Addo won his second term. Today, your salary, still 3,000, is now less than $300. What crime have you committed? And the man responsible for managing the foreign exchange, you've asked your MPs to present a petition to him. He disrespects us by sending the security man.
What do you also make of assertions that the trigger for this demonstration, you say that he's mismanaged the economy, some of the practices there have led to hyperinflation. You talk about depreciation of the cedi, you talk about cost of living and all of that. He said he's meeting the IMF, and the IMF is going to provide a lifeline to all the things that we are mentioning here.
He's meeting the IMF.
Yeah.
He has a $3 billion program with the IMF.
Yeah.
$3 billion. Now, and that $3 billion is for 3 years. So an average of $1 billion every year. That's what the IMF is giving to him. And they said that is what will fix Ghana's problems. Last year alone, he lost 80 billion. 80 billion today is worth over 7 billion. So if 1 billion, he's meeting the IMF for 1 billion. And last year, Edison cost the taxpayer 7 billion. Who is the problem? How can the IMF fix that? Did we vote for the IMF? Do we pay the IMF? Who put him there? Is it the IMF or the Ghanaian people?
Okay. Thank you for talking to us. You had Nyungo Pram MP, Sam George. Now, we're going to move to the crowd now. We only got opportunity to be here because they gave access to journalists to accompany the leadership of the NDC party and the minority, leadership in parliament. Now we move into where the protesters are. The protesters were kept at bay by this fake police human wall formed here. All of them in their route control gear, some of them with cameras. Also by these metallic barricades. It was a big struggle trying to get access to this place. But this is the road. This is the road in front of the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. And you can see, I want us to show you the number of policemen. Let's show you the policemen who are making sure that the protesters do not go beyond the assigned designations. The Ghana Police Service is not leaving anything to chance. Now the NDC leadership.
We shall be back as the leadership.
The one speaking right now is Duncan Amwa of COPEC, saying that they're going to come back. Let's get closer.
NPP party member, NPP loyalist.
Let's get closer in here. You can see some of the demonstrators sitting down. It has been a long walk. A long walk to this point, very close to the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. And the leaders are taking turns to address the demonstrators. We want to get close up for you to see what is happening. Very soon, the minority leader, Kasela Tufosin, chairman of the NDC.
Thank you. Take a short one. Cecilia Jape, Usube, we are Ghana, Maesha. Cecilia Jape, Usube, we are Ghana, Maesha. Thank you very much. Choboy, I lost my voice. We were on the battlefield for like 3 days. Innocent Ghanaians were arrested by Akufo-Addo police. The police, he actually used the police as a weapon of mass destruction against the innocent citizen of Ghana. Went back on peaceful demonstration for a better living for all of us. Now my message is simple. I'm calling on Pope Francis to order the entire Catholic bishop in Ghana to embark on a holy protest walk against this government of criminals and thieves. This government that have truncated Ghana's destiny. This government has plunged a lot of youth into perpetual poverty. This government that came to loot, have completely sold the entire destiny of this country. So therefore, I'm calling on the Holy Father, Pope Francis, to ask the entire bishops in Ghana to embark on a holy protest walk against the wicked government. The leader of the protest should be Archbishop Pamaboko. He should lead in the front. Those leading at the back should be Bishop Asari, Bishop John Louis. The Jama leader should be my own parish priest, Emmanuel Salifu, together with his assistants. They should lead the Jama group. It appears the Christian Council, all of them have all sold their destiny. Akufo-Addo have no respect for them. The only body that Akufo-Addo has respect for is the Catholic Church. Therefore, the Holy Father, call your bishops in Ghana, ask them to embark on a holy protest against this wicked regime. In our country, we cannot breathe fresh air. The looting is too much. These guys have sold the destiny of this country. The only thing remain is for them to put Ghana for sale. To put Ghana for sale. Therefore, guys, we are not going to relent. December, we are shutting down the entire street, like what we did on Saturday. For you, Ghana police, we are doing this thing for you guys. We are not your enemies. My father is a retired police officer. I have lived in the barracks. I know the deplorable state of the barracks. Most of you have turned yourself into party police. Ghana first before any political party. We are not your enemies. Ghana first before any political party. Mensa, we are hitting the Electoral Commission. Mensa, you have no right to disfranchise any Ghanaian. You have already created the looting. You have already created the stealing of our vote by this useless limited registration you are doing. Mensa, we are coming to the EC. We are coming to the EC office. Ghana does not belong to Akufo-Addo. This country does not belong to their mama and their papa to be printing currency. Guys, God bless you all. God bless you all.
Thank you very much. I invite Mr. Bernard Bonner, former national chairman, PSC.
Sure. Hold it up. Hold it up. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
You can't hold it.
I should hold?
Choboy. 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 First, let me thank the minority led by Dr. Atu KCL forcing for a solid display when we got to the premises of the Bank of Ghana. Help me to clap. And since the governor is not there today, we will go. We will come back. Will we come back? Will we come back? We want to assure the governor that he better resigns before we come back the next time. Because next time Ghana Police Service, listen to me. We will not stop us here. Next time we will occupy the Bank of Ghana properly. If the governor of the Bank of Ghana knows what is good for him, tomorrow he should announce his resignation. Because this is just the beginning. But as I step down, let me use this moment to commend the police. I saw a number of their commissioners. I saw Commissioner Yohunu. I saw the Director General Suraj Mohammed. I saw Habibata. I want to salute them for what they have done today. If this is the way they will do policing, they will be the friends of our nation. But anytime they want to prove that they are a force, no force is bigger than the people's power. And as I said somewhere, any policeman that decides to beat a protester, we will identify your children and beat them.
Organizers of this demonstration near the Asida PSA and Mamo. Yaya demonstration, baby. But demonstration wait there. Demonstration wait there. Demonstration wait there. Demonstration wait there. Maya Nina Momo Sem Mamo. We salute you for your courage. We salute you for your patriotism. We salute you for your discipline. Munim sa baby a police for a block ye nanya ho and I was saying ka ye wie nanso enam se ye gym ready na yem pesa Ghana basa bebanti ye gina ha e man penny for Bank of Ghana, and we thank you for your cooperation. We thank you for conducting yourselves well, and we thank you for. We salute all of you for the patriotism you have done and Ezu Choboy Abuzafo the entire Yabaya demonstration we know and very, very simple. It's been sent loud and clear. Ghana for ye bredodo anameboa and then yeme koyana and koye Musi koyana and koye boys wa and then Juma and then Sikawa Yabotom and yet to be back on Oma. Yaya nomini against the great Jayana Meboa. Choboy. And I will turn Yanto. Bibia Boyade. And it is all because President Nanado Dankwa Okonfuado Onininia Bawolaya Ghana Sika. I was a kid young Punto Yade Yamapa. Nayana Yanya Fasuano Omudinu Yafunya. And I am occupying the Bank of Ghana because in only 2 years, Ms. Governor Addison the printer, Wekesika 770 trillion. And the Yama buying 770 trillion. Hey, yeah. Sikani Yamudi Omodia, and now quite hospitals and penny up and cranking the form. I pay for the form. Nanso, Nana Showboy, sorry. No, what chatter we am saying. Private jet, I can say. No, this is what Brony. Hey, Jarigu, so. Will we continue to allow that? Will we continue to allow that? And now, I go for the discussion. Or the Yamidi Kwe Disca. They said you also see us all there, Yame. Pepa Macho, Onyanko Wakacha Kufuado say oni baby tiana. They have spent in total over 1 billion Ghana cedis. Titisikano 10 trillion on the so-called Ifo Cathedral. Foundation from to me and two. And now who could do baby almost saw now. Amanaka Kakane War. In Sota, it becomes the biggest swimming pool in the world. And on the area now, Obepe to me. Ghana for you. Tisikaso Sodiai, Yatisikaso Sodiai, and I am here now. Osiantu Abamaya, Yantu Abamano, Nawaba, Obaya 1 district, Wasamurafi, 1 district, 1 village, and then 1 district, 1 factory, no. And then 1 junction, 1 junction, 1 baller. So, boy, Bibiankoye. So we are saying enough is enough. Akufuado, Julo Kwakwe, Sikadiano Ayaye, Bawomia Julo Kwakwe, Sikadiano Ayaye. On that note, Ansana National Chama Bekasano, Papa Iba Bekasa, Papa Weye Nipa, Ghana Dana Komaso. He is the leader of the opposition in the August House of Parliament. As you may be aware, this demonstration is being led by the gallant 137 members of parliament. Let us clap for them. Choboy, Anuti, Ansana Meina Cheno, DJ no, Ebabo national anthem. Yenina Yanto national anthem no. Great and strong, to defend, forever, the cause of freedom and fill our hearts with true humility, make us cherish fearless honesty, and help us Ghana for Yeni Anom Ewiabiri so Wuyan Waha Yasama Yatanam Ye Kakra baby Yasama Yatanamani there. President Akufo-Addo wa appoint Papa bi wa ye the governor of the Bank of Ghana. Papa Ofrano Governor Addison the printer. Papa ni deputies ye bien. Ofrano deputy printers. E won na Bank of Ghana ho.
2017 Obaba year in paying for Bank of Ghana. From 2017 it about 2023 systematically was say Oman Ghana with President Akufo-Addo. The can Obaba governor pet in Osho Wenyima, not our party, that's a MPP, that's our bank, savings and loan in a microfinance. No way good. Where banks na microfinance savings and loans on Kokoro 426. Nimpa where you must say up to 50,000. The Munkrofi in the bank manager. No, I a taxi driver. Until how can say in Odaba in Kromha. Bank manager saying can of Uber driver Sisiara Papay when Jai Hop 2019 IMF for quite pet in Okoto printing machine or the BC Bank of Ghana. And I started to look at until my president Akufo-Addo. Until fear gain where Kesika 770 trillion Ghana Sikada down the moon. Where Kesika man a printing machine in ink and wasa. Sayama no kwana about photocopy machine. Now I prove why yes can photocopy. And I'm a president Akufo-Addo. Papay and then Ghana for home. Sika okay in inti. Them sasunti. There was Sikabia yet to hop. Our friend international reserves. Them sikan da yadi yanyi de. Ya wanzame bi e wo mani mu a yenye bi wo kroyi mu. Ibi ni edura ya manufacture bi wa ha ama yala ya craft baby ya daba. Ibi wo ha onenye petro a yadu gu yanka alim yadu ko osanda oya refinery president Akufo-Addo webu. Them sikan odimfie bien or the sika $6.3 billion was signed in Vietnam. Them sikan nibi in a yala yenya Kennedy in Japan our parliament. Ose MPP aban or the one side was sikanimu in a warrior sikani cities are now $100 now I don't approach him now they go to my home. Many I know them sasunti Yen Sidi na hodeno waba fom oninti inkano atana ka wakrofi abochira eton 5 cedis and wakwa kwaye 12 cedis oto house ronko oda bagana ha mini anom papa yi nende yabade yebeji mande de embrace do oido kufie sika printing na otema president Akufo-Addo na naban Ekan kana Alhaji Bawumia don fanyen zama wansam fata. No kwara wo minyi de. Sika no printe no. Ibi na ye nua esisiri adapa okori ai wa akofa oda akoso de bi oyi don kwete. Ema oye ne house help so okwa akofa. Mini anom ya hu yam bobol. Da me pede me magana for ta asenye de. Ende ye bade ye bebe shia governor Addison. Ya kwa no we gwan. Governor Addison, we're going. Obi sendo oyane the hospital. Obi so sendo odishia IMF. Da yapede yakanye there. So oyane the hospital. So IMF no odishia wono. Ya sama yete na mo yetete ba. Until the yebeshia no petition yamfa mo biara. Yakwa no wakwa fa papa bi. Also no hwe watchman fodo. E wo bank no ho. So hwe watchman do. Crash security do. And no one some in Yabai. Sankaya security once a maca. And Kayabako Ministry of Interior. Another Ministry of Defense. Another National Security. Yabahade Yabaka. A Bank of Ghana. What's it or house room called Ghana? Sisi America say. Nimpa 850,000. Governor Addison Nusubaninti. Ohia a puto on Proimo. Many anom. Ibinum crowd where we will be the mass and sign home. Papa Addison, no why ye. Yasamani de. Yabasansu Yababio. Yabasansu Yababio. And until we see him, this protest will not cease. Come on. Maya ready Anna. Maya ready Anna. Young country Governor Addison. There's one penny once a man on for the demand to her or Chanapa. Anyadama or China Pa Yansenenka. Yabako meeting you, nay, the date for Fraba. I have a sound to Yaba. Kaway. Another Munya ready. Another Munya ready. I am ready. I'm out sudden American. Let the master look away. We are doing it for the people of Ghana. We are not doing it for individuals. We are doing it for the entire country. The future of our country is at stake. Abani has taken us for granted. One thing that is missing in President Akufo-Addo's government is accountability. We will hold their feet to the fire of accountability. The NDC minority promises and assures the people of Ghana that 1 year, 3 months remaining. We will hold this government accountable. Ahumacho, Anajo, Unso, Erio, we will do just that.
Thank you, leader of the minority group. We now move to the General Secretary of the NDC. The General Secretary. Short one, then the Chairman will crown it. Honorable Fifi Siavi Kwete.
Choboy! I want to thank the organizers, the minority leadership, together with the minority caucus, all the other political parties that have made this day a possibility. What you saw happen with Governor Addison is unfortunately where this country has come, where we no more have leaders who have courage to be able to face the truth. And they choose to run away when the moment comes for them to face accountability. In exactly a year and 3 months, the people of Ghana will have the opportunity to make sure that this government that only has shown that the only thing they can do is to show selfishness, greed, this government must give way for the sake of the future of our country. As the minority leader said, this battle is not for you. It's not for me. It's for the children of Ghana. It's for the generations that are behind us. To ensure that this governance that we see in the last 7 years, we no more have a repeat of this kind of government. This country is at a point where it takes a lot of patience to keep the governance as we have it. We should be thankful to God that we have a responsible opposition, a responsible leadership of the opposition that has ensured that this country has not descended to the level where other countries all over West Africa and other parts of Africa have descended. We will continue to show responsibility because we believe that we can find solutions that do not have to have chaos and confusion and trouble for the country. So continue to fight hard, continue to stand behind us, and we are sure that the darkness that you see today will come to an end. And that darkness will give way to a new day that will be born come December 7, 2024. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The General Secretary of the NDC, Honorable Fifi Siavi. Before the National Chairman speak, I acknowledge the presence of our actors all the way from Kumasi and beyond here. Yadamwasi, Samoapa, Baby Edwin, Epenye Jari, Eti Isiono Asa, Eti Mwaba, Yadamwasi Samoapa, Mumu Evinejumu, Nana Yabua, any Aprope, Yadamwasi. So let's do it well. It is now the time for the General to speak.
Choboy.
Nana Akufo-Addo na nsenya na okachire yen say the obaba be siesie Ghana no ono ne John Dramani Mahama ono akasa ne kan anya na ne kan oti ase alankash ama mimi ma hu say alankash ayede MPP kan ne fuma no wa mama hu say MPP enye party papa wo say ye join enti no yan ye be sign akoye enti oti ase asaba ko me pesa me kan asaba ko me pesa me kan say John Dramani Mahama tai yen actors no ne you musika bia John Dramani Mahama de mayen asop ne de mayen satem say sika no na me 2000 plus 25 million every 6 months Akufo-Addo ba ni okay account no sika no 200 cities 200 cities and you 200 cities and a nation. It is some again. I afford the year was seen of to be repeated. Yes, yes. So when you see Mama, when you need a part of the activity, a part of the what you say?
I charge for NDC. I charge for NDC. And now, say about NDC in 24. I can't pay what you make an afford. And if you do me and then, Yama, minimum workers are paid. Trouble them Coco for Coco for and meant to go school. I don't know. See, can over the Macau man. Now, before I didn't call for, I took a course second. And to be some was there to not take the fall. So what's it now? That's what I'm now, no, I'm a younger fan of artists of NDC. We need to go for 2024. You need to go for. You have a 12 of pound. You began you could be charged of money, but you don't go boss as also. You don't be the answer.
Kalakumasu, how can Kalakumasu?
I'm from actors for NDC. Kumase, yes, Simona June. You know how much? 3 o'clock. Because of jam, because of NDC. Said ye jam, Baba. Amami no me anu. Yenya yantuma papa bi. Edi fra. Miss Ramo. Abatu we mama ye ni na. MPP o ma me boa ya. Ya hu di omo ba ye ya. O ma be say anuma. Eti dade dia. Eye jam. NDC ana eko. Eye su.
Obia Janisi Kai ready. Yebecha. Yabada. Yebecha. Obia Janisi Kai ready. Yebecha. Abusiafo. Yadamo sepa. Ene. Mwada bibia dia. Echira se. Se. Ofari nipa. Enya se suro na osuro no. Mwada bibia di. Echira se. Uma akukoba. Uma tentia. Ode chechire ono ane ho. Oba badu owuda ho. Say. Mwachira se. Nana Akufo-Addo. Dono Afro Tegare. The Ghana for the Nubesia na omdi nasino. Na sa obia mowa. Obia nkuwa. And the anaya NDC for any PNC. Any PPP eka. Sa aban wenye. Wamu ya kwamfo, wamu wiade. Minianom, ebrebia meka sa kwamfo dunson. Mose mankanu ye. Manka Tramu said, Wamu Kosia, now more you cram for Tajiamoa. Wamuko and one Omuyino. And then Kufatu na Omuyino. Samika and Fiaduni and a modified answer. Akaya Niba Bianay. Yania Niapa and Yanya. Etiminiano. Sayaka now a Montiasia. And now a more Casana and I can't. And that's a Japan or Kabi. And I cash or Kabi. And then more or Kabi. From Japan or Kabi. And Pianimo or Kabi. And Jaco or Kabi. And until the end, Tamakro so Kabi. Mebois. Mobiani do a more Mobiani do a more. If you say Paul, one man, no. Or said he can for Paul, no Chichani party, or Chicha Christo 40. I tell you, their friend of Saul. Obey Sacrano and obey Paul. And don't you have for say, I check say, and MPP Nibia Soriaka said, Ojitum said, the party for me are from four. Mundi dinner tem. Monsanum cranny na mumana basono kamo. Bebre wa yanyanti ya. Na mun kabin tuaso. Na ye wunu secret ya wa ho. Ene sabiem me kan say. Say ya ka say ya ko wiwe MPP panimfo ni wo mo appointees. Wo mo demu ani wo mo mpaase, esizi wo mo passport wa. Sika ye benya free ono e che 3 billion no a ye koja free IMF no ye kwa IMF biem ma bu de o ye wa wi ye sika ye be ka tra o se fa konwa no to ho o si ma dwane me ne IMF fu okosia ye ka tra IMF fu ase enkofo no o mo ni wo mo edin kita ho no Wamu nyina Ghana for ni wamu ya kromfo that is ikanuma wamu wambedi Samudi bosia ma wamu ara se kira bi ya ne beba betua ya ne ani wamu kasa wamu dwane se wachimaifo na amdi wamu besia ye enti enya ye na wamu represent ye wa di usika be ma wamu no wamu di ni etu wamu a this our concern one coach see one more to see that over concern one coach see one more to see that after one more now one more slow one more serious one more deep sagramo you say at the same bank no a Ghana for your bank and the about pass a berry sikaso ya bewe wadi sikanu nyina free ho ya ntira ho afi ba ko akai na wonsan emfa o man na aka no enkosi awowa ya si story free ho na kufu ado ya ma governor wan kasa solid team na wo kano sai wiwem de obeti me di governor no manemra no mra bedi enunti sentisa na Addison and the deputies here. Wamu we are Sikana Munsa Muade. Wamu and our betra hodia. Yani Wamu, a betiaya. Yanko, near Sayamba. Tell me declare as a higher crime scene. Yanuna process for a better house here. Eti Yakwa, Wamunina. Now Wamu cordon a halo. Now Wamu protected. Saya pamua konfona mfriwa yada yana na akwala osio mani mame nalo bentwa empane toda enti akuma bentwa no babia hadisi wobia yadi betuano katadura yadi betuano oba Jesus ori fira konwa no so no compare the babitra oko IMF bosome na wampɔn koraa da ɔbɛpɔn ɔbɛgye krataa no ɛno nti yɛda mo ase deɛ moyɛ no ɛnyɛ yɛn partyfoɔ mpanimfoɔ ne mpanimfoɔ a ɛwɔ ha ɛnyɛ yɛn na moyɛ ama yɛ o obi a wadi 40 years ɛkɔ a ɔwɔ ha no ɔyɛ ama ne ma mo a monya ni 40 years momma mo nsa so moyɛ ama mo ho o moyɛ ama mo ho ɛnkyɛ yɛ papa yi ti mensa na president Kofoɔ etu anamɔnbɔne bi ɛna olidi demonstration sɛ yɛ yɛwie yɛbɛkye no ɛkɔtuu mu ɛnɛ ɔwɔ he ɔkɔ ɛka biara na ɔmo akɔbɔ egu hɔ a iti mensa ɔbɛkɔ akɔgye sika no bi afiri ne hɔ mo na mo betua ɛno nti na yi a ɔmo bɔ saa aka no sɛ mo anhwɛ amea anka ɔkyerɛ bi wobɛhwɛ ase adu nkatia wonhu no na me so mekɔ fifi kwete no ɔkɔ atofo se no ɔkɔ mo a yɛnyini kyɛn mo no mo ne mo mma ɛna mo ba bɛbrɛ ɛno nti abusuafoɔ yɛyɛ te ase deɛ yɛmpɛ sɛ adebɔne ɛbɛkɔ so na kyerɛ mo twerɛ yɛba kosɛm a obi akɔka sɛ yɛ nana ase du nkatia na ɔte ase ɛna wɔn de adebɔne wei edi yɛn ɛna wankasa meka bi ne ekumi a mo twerɛ aba kosɛm a mo bɛtwerɛ ma ba kosɛm sɛdeɛ mo twerɛ kɔpratipɔ ne ɔdate lamte ɛne saa gyagye no ma ba kosɛm no satam na me so mekɔ na obi a ɔte akonnwa biara so nnɛ na osusu sɛ ɔyɛ tintintirinti kanka bi no ɛbrɛ bi bɛba mɛsi ɛbɛɛ dɛn ɛbrɛ bi bɛba da abɛn no bɛbɔ no yɛfrɛ na nkɔ kokogyina kɔɔto a wobɛda ne wɔkyi na akufo ado ni hɔ wobɛda ne wobɛnkum na gabi a asɛre ɔkyerɛ daako ni hɔ na aka wo ne wonyame nko a ɛno nti monwene ho ehunu sɛ ɛda bi ɛɛba obiara bɛbu ne nnwuma ho atɛn one day ɛkyɛkyɛkyɛkyɛkyɛ ɛbɛba obiara bɛbu n'adwuma ho atɛn enti yɛda mo ase deɛ ma yɛ no nyinaa yɛda mo ase yɛnnuanom prosifoɔ mo nso yɛda mo ase ɛmfiri yɛ ni o mo masanom na ɛyɛ amamuo bɔ ne nti na mo brɛ ɛnyɛ yɛ ne ama mo brɛ ɛno nti deɛ yɛyɛ no yɛyɛ ma mo nyinaa yɛyɛ ma mo nyinaa prosi ni soja a wakɔ no aban bɛba wakyɛ amfeɛ nwɔtwe no ɔkɔ o wobɛtena mu a mfeɛ bɛyɛ aduasa enti sɛ nnɛ woma politician bi sunsum o sɛ kɔdi bɔne a bɔne no ɛda w'anim twɛn o ne berɛ bɛso yɛbɛfrɛ wo abisa ho akonta saa tam na wo political god no a wasoma wo no na ɔni hɔ enti me nuanom wobɔ mpayɛ na woantwa so a wobɛbɔ dua ɛno nti mede mano bɛsia na yɛnnuanom nsɛnkyerɛfoɔ sɛ mo amma ammɛdi akyi a anka deɛ yɛyɛ nkankran ha yi a na bɛka sɛsi a mekasa wɔ ha yi ndc branchfoɔ ɛhwɛ me wɔ toronto ebi hwɛ me wɔ new york ebi hwɛ me wɔ south africa ne nyinaa mo nsa ano adwuma enti mo nso yɛda mo ase ɛberɛ a na yɛka sɛ adwuma yi a yɛyɛ yi ɛyɛ ne mu nyinaa adwuma no na bebree mu nyi nni na no occupy Julobi house no Mete say achi media phone bi me say aha ebo baba. Ye Yadru no. Yenuanum MPP fo a monso mususu se Nana Akufo-Addo abai adada mo ase mudi no monfere ho ye next demonstration a ye ba ha no munyira muni achi ni empam mu leader bone no a wo se mu party no wo mo aka no nyira asofo ye next demonstration ye ba momra bi. If he says, say, more, Mujitum, say, collection, so I don't think Obia Najuma and the Adamasi, Yabama Mudetia, Yabasamba, Na Addison, and Chakra, Mama Prosi for non Kohome, Wamo Home Kakra. Yabasa edi wamo ambase ya na wamo pese asem nucha yanko kanchira adese na onko monko kanchira adese ni deputies no na wamo mfiri honko anadwi nkade abache na ye kan news ya say adese ni deputies wamo atufum ewo togwa sanka sunjaba na wamu wa hankwa dia ya baba General Secretary say Togo no oba crosso ni kromu ansa no akọ man kwai man fa enu ti adamasi wonyira ya damasi obi a ko fi boko ansam ya no dey security ana obia bachi obi wo ho no obisa no question mama fani fana sonte na ya ma e lawyer fo ni akire na dia ya dia demonstration no dia ya ba ya enya ya be jai china next time ya ba na protein for pa wa musu nya bi ya ba support wo mo ama wo musu aye bi atia ye ekoswa ewo process one enye papa eda kunyira.
So the chairman of the National Democratic Congress has finished addressing the protesters, and that brings an end to the protest that started this morning from the Brass Sport and ended here at this venue very close to the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. We've heard extensively from the leadership of the party. We've also heard from the minority in Parliament. Now some of the protesters also want to talk to us. It's just proper that we hear from them also.
Yes.
What's on your plaque? Is it halt the corrupt?
Yes. Okay, thank you very much. I am a tutor. Or let me say I'm a teacher.
Which school?
Today,
it's okay, don't mention the school.
I have the right to privacy. Now, the daily minimum wage of Ghana is 14 cedis, 88 pesos. Today, for you, a Ghanaian, to buy a loaf of beef or star bread, it will cost you 40 cedis, which means that you must work about 4 days for the government of Ghana before you be able to afford a loaf of bread. To take trotro from Kaswa to Circle, it's about 50 cedis, which is more than the daily minimum wage. So we are suffering in this country. Now let me say this. When we were young, we used to teach the children that Ghana is a rich country. We have gold, we have oil, we have bauxite, a whole lot of minerals. Today, we are not able to teach the upcoming generation that Ghana is a rich country because Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia government has squandered all of Ghana's gold reserves. Today, they are into the forest reserve. They are taking all our reserves. And even the Chimata forest, which is not full of gold. People are waiting for their generations yet unborn. So you and I should be concerned. If you want a better Ghana, you should be concerned. All those Christian Council people, National Peace Council, opinion leaders in Ghana who used to call this is the time that we need you. The country is collapsing. We need you to intervene for the good people of Ghana. The average teacher in Ghana needs better conditions of service. We are suffering. Now you take your salary, you cannot even buy plot. You work for the government of Ghana for about 10 years and you will not be able to afford even a plot of land in Kumasi. What is this? Why are we suffering like this? We need a change, and the change is John Dramani Mahama. He has done some before, and we trust him that he will come and put Ghana on the path of success. Thank you very much.
Thank you for talking to us. Hi, what's your name?
I am Emmanuel Donko. I'm a national service person.
You're a national service person?
Yeah, national service
person. And on your placard, you will pay all national service arrears now.
Yes, sir. The ongoing economic... the ongoing economic hardship is really affecting national service personnel and young Ghanaians as a whole. As I speak to you, today is 3rd October 2023, and yet national service personnel have not received August allowance. We have also not received September allowance. As I speak to you, the badge of national service I belong to have finished our national service effectively because October is a leave month, but people don't have money to even board cars back home. You remember that when the Cecilia Dapa $1 million case surfaced, coincidentally or intentionally, the government announced that national service allowance has been increased from 559 Ghana cedis to 715. As I speak to you, today is 3rd October, and we have not received the arrears difference. That's from January up to any August allowance, as the National Service Director said. I don't know why he said that, and we want all our money paid. We don't want it in part payments. Secondly, 25 Ghana cedis was deducted from National Service allowance to the tune of more than 3 million Ghana cedis. For what? What right does the National Service Scheme have to deduct money of 25 Ghana cedis from over 115,000 National Service persons? Why? What crime have we done? At a time that you are owing us, you are now even deducting our money further. So we want all our National Service arrears paid. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. You also want to talk to postgraduate nurses and midwives now. Nurses and midwives deserve better. I'll come to you shortly. But let's show our audience. Okay, let's talk to you. Come, let me talk to you. Talk to
me. We came here on this occasion not because we are happy or not for fun, but because things are not all right.
Okay.
One, now currently in Ghana, we don't have a good educational system. Secondly, the health system is collapsing. The private sector has already been condemned. That one, we don't even talk about it. Because now when you are doing a private business, you are more or less someone who is not doing anything. So we are here to tell them that it is time we let them know we know what they are doing. Maybe if we are not saying anything, does not mean we don't know what is going on. Okay. So they cannot fool us every day.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for talking to us. Now let's show our audience the number of police officers who are deployed. And I must say that we must commend the Ghana Police Service once again for a job well done. Well, it's obvious for everyone to see. It was obvious for everyone to see, and in fact, the leadership of the demonstration acknowledged that fact. The chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Esuedin, also applauded personnel of the Ghana Police. You can see many of them standing behind this barricade, some of them sitting under the tents over there. At no point did we see any confrontation. The only confrontation we saw was at the Castle Road, the disagreement over whether to use the Kwame Nkrumah Avenue or the Castle Road. At the end of the day, the protesters were able to use the Castle Road as was agreed with the Ghana Police Service. In fact, the minority leader himself was there to de-escalate the situation, got the protesters to move to use the Castle Road. You can see the police officers, all of them in the route control gear. They made sure that there was absolute peace and order. Let me speak to one of the protesters. Oh, Fix the Country, you were here to support this protest. What's the motivation?
The motivation is that, we are here. If you see me here as an individual, I am part of Fix the Country, but I'm here as an individual. I am here as an individual who believes that whatever these organizers are saying or demanding from the people in leadership, whatever they are demanding from the people in leadership is the same things Fix the Country stands for. We was actually going to the Julobi house to demand the main person that actually appointed the Bank of Ghana governor. So if they are doing a protest in respect to the same thing, well, it is best enough for me to show up, because I am not in Fix the Country as Fix the Country alone. I am in Fix the Country because I believe in the ideologies of Fix the Country, which is we making sure that our country will be better again. And that is what I stand for. So Ghana first in everything we do, and that is the most important thing.
Okay, great. Thanks for speaking to us. Let's speak to another gentleman. Hi, what's your name? You are part of the protest.
Of course, I'm part of the protest. So now we will go and find a different time for us to come. We will come back. Okay. Yes, we will come back, because Addison, Kufuado, Bawumia, and Co. They are stealing our money. Right? They are stealing our money because now we are tired. We can't pay our utility bills. We can't pay our rent. We can't buy food, even water. So now the hardship is too much. It's too much for us. Everything they will just, the police people, they occupied us. They will block the road. They will not allow us to go. But the good news we want to hear that we will hear that Addison must resign. That is our policy, because Addison is armed robber. It's true.
I wouldn't allow that. I wouldn't allow that. Okay, so thanks for speaking to us. So that's it, and that's how it all ends here on the street very close to the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. The protest has ended. The leadership of the NDC, Johnson Esiedu Nketia, led them here. We also had a minority leadership also. Minority leader Kasala Tufosu was also here. He says that they're going to be back and they want to present the petition to the governor. The governor of the Bank of Ghana and his two deputies were not available to receive the petition, but the minority leader Kasala Tufosu says they are going to be back to present the petition to the governor. He says he feels disrespected as a minority leader, and the minority in parliament also feel disrespected by this action. We also heard from Sam George, Dingo Prampram MP Sam George. He's saying that there's a possibility that the minority in parliament will boycott the governor and his two deputies anytime they're making an appearance in parliament. A lot happened. The work started all the way from the brass spot and then ended here. The protesters were not allowed close to the central bank. It was just the leadership, the minority leadership in the parliament, and then the NDC leadership. They were allowed, but they didn't present the petition because the governor and his deputies were not around to receive the petition. So that'll be the end of our coverage, but we'll definitely be keeping tabs on all the developments surrounding the protest. My name is Maxwell Agbagba, reporting for Joy News.